Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're taking a really fun but actually super informative journey into the world of macroeconomics, and we're going to do it using our primate friends and a whole lot of bananas. Let's dive in. So, you might be wondering, can a simple banana really explain the tangled mess that is global economics? I know, it sounds completely bananas, right? But stick with me here, because by the end of this explainer, these complex trade policies that normally put people to sleep are going to instantly click for you. Let's set the stage. Picture two nations. On one side, we have Monkey Land. It is packed with monkeys, but honestly, they're desperately short on bananas. Then, on the other side, there's Banana Land. Just sprawling fields of bananas, but hardly any monkeys around to actually eat them. It's literally the perfect setup. Monkeyland needs more food, and Bananaland grows so much extra that they can sell it off for super cheap. Naturally, Monkeyland goes ahead and buys those cheap bananas from Bananaland to keep their whole population fed and happy. And that right there, that's importing. When a monkey country buys things from another monkey country, it's this elegant, simple transaction that solves a massive problem for them. Now, flip that exact same coin over, and you've got exporting. That is when a monkey country sells something to another monkey country. Bananaland makes their money, Monkeyland gets their cheap food. The monkeys are happy, the monkeys are friends, and under this system of free trade, life is exceptionally good for everyone. Section 1. The Intervention. Introducing the tariff. Okay, so here's where our peaceful little trade story takes a dramatic turn. Out of nowhere, the Monkeyland government decides, you know what, we need to step in and intervene in this perfectly balanced exchange. So they slap a tariff on all bananas coming from Bananaland. A tariff is basically just a tax. Think of it like an extra delivery service fee. When a monkey gets food delivered, they pay for the food, sure, but they also have to pay a fee for the delivery itself. The actual price of the banana back in Bananaland stayed exactly the same, but now the monkeys in Monkeyland have to pay an extra charge to their own government just to bring it across the border. So how do these tariffs actually work in practice? Well, they can be a flat dollar amount or they can be a percentage of the item's cost. Most monkey countries use the percentage method, but they call it ad valorem. Why? Honestly, it's literally just a Latin term used to make monkey government sound smart. And it gets wildly specific. Even the banana trade cannot escape bureaucracy. Our source points out that an unripe banana can actually have a totally different tariff percentage than a ripe one. Now, when monkey governments aren't messing around with tariffs, they're just enjoying free trade. But once they start tracking all this, they look at the balance. A trade surplus simply means you export more bananas than you import. You're selling more than you're buying. A trade deficit, on the other hand, means you're importing more bananas than you export. It is really just a simple, straightforward tally of bananas in versus bananas out. Section 2. Winners and losers. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? Let's look objectively at who actually wins and who loses when a tariff policy drops. First, the price of the imported banana goes up. Because of this, the local Monkeyland banana store is absolutely thrilled. They suddenly have way less cheap competition. But here is the catch. With less competition, the quality of the local bananas might actually drop, and those local stores, they often just raise their own prices to sit right underneath that newly inflated import price. So ultimately, the everyday consumer monkey is stuck facing a really frustrating choice. Pay way more for a high-quality Bananaland banana or settle for a worse, cheaper local one. Looking at all that frustration, you really have to ask yourself, why do monkey governments disrupt free trade? If it just makes everything more expensive and stresses out the consumers, what is the actual underlying motivation here? Well, sometimes governments want to protect their local banana businesses, making them look a bit more attractive to buyers. Other times, it's straight up jealousy, sabotaging another economy rather than, talking things out. Tariffs can also be used as heavy-handed bargaining tools for big political negotiations. But honestly, the most common reason, the government simply wants to generate more revenue. They just want the money. Section 3. The trade war escalation. Because, as you might guess, Bananaland isn't just going to sit back and watch their export economy tank without putting up a fight. Step 1. Monkeyland imposes their tariffs. Step 2. Bananaland retaliates by slapping their own tariffs on Monkeyland's products. Step 3. Monkeyland gets angry and escalates again. We have gone from a simple little delivery fee to a full-blown tit-for-tat escalation. You could almost call it guerrilla warfare. Get it? Yeah, our source couldn't resist that pun, and honestly, neither could I. But in all seriousness, while the pun is fun, the economic fallout is absolutely not. The tension is incredibly real, and the consequences hit hard across the board. Governments might think they are helping the local guys, but small banana stands that rely on importing other supplies, they can go completely out of business. The big corporations might lose a chunk of money, but they usually survive the hit. Meanwhile, supply chains get massively delayed, products the monkeys were really looking forward to are stalled, and the everyday monkey is just left stressed out and totally exhausted by the whole situation. So, that covers physical goods. But what about the future? How does this banana logic apply to things monkeys can't actually hold in their little monkey hands? Things like digital products and environmental impacts.
Well, governments are already innovating. Digital products like ebooks, AI-generated artwork, and NFTs are rapidly becoming the new targets for tariffs. Plus, there is the rise of environmental tariffs. This is where monkey governments tax products based on how much carbon emission it took to produce them in the first place. It's basically a way of using economic tools to penalize countries that end up harming natural monkey habitats.
Section 4. The Real Banana War.
Okay, we spent a lot of time in Monkeyland today, but it is time to anchor this primate parable in stark reality, because a literal banana trade war actually happened. Back in 1993, the European Union, or, the European monkeys, gave Caribbean nations a discount on tariffs to help support their struggling economy. The American monkeys, who also imported a ton of bananas, were furious. They felt the EU was playing favorites, so by 1999, the US retaliated with heavy tariffs on European products. The conflict got so insanely heated that the WTO, which our source affectionately calls the World Trade Orangutan, had to step in to mediate. This literal, real-world banana trade war dragged on for nearly 20 years. That is 2 decades of global economic friction before the European Union finally lowered tariffs for the US as well. Before we wrap up, I do want to highlight something genuinely wonderful from our source material today. The original creator behind Primate Economics actually used the success of their piece to donate $500 to Save the Chimps, which is a sanctuary in Florida that rescues monkeys from labs, the pet trade, and the entertainment industry. Their message? Apes together strong. It just goes to show that learning economics can actually do some real tangible good in the world. And I'll leave you with a question to take with you. Next time you buy an imported product, whether it's a piece of electronics, a new car, or even just a literal banana, who is really paying that tariff? I'll let you think about that one. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll see you next time.